Heidi lived with her aunt Diddy. Heidi's parents were dead and Diddy was her mother's sister. One day, Diddy took Heidi to her grandfather, who lived in Switzerland. The old man was known as Uncle Arm. Switzerland is a land of beautiful snow-covered mountains, rivers and lakes. Heidi's grandfather lived on top of one of these mountains in a chalet, a little hut made of wooden logs. He kept 2 lovely goats and stayed all by himself. He had no time for the people down in the valley. On their way up to grandfather's hut, Heidi and Diddy met a woman. She called out to Diddy and asked, "It is Diddy, isn't it? How are you? Who is this little girl with you?" Diddy said, "This is Heidi, my sister's daughter. I am taking her to her grandfather, who lives up this hill. I want him to look after her because I have a new job and won't have time." The woman was horrified. "What, you expect the child to stay with Uncle Arm?" she exclaimed. "How can you leave a little child with him? He won't know how to take care of her." Diddy told her, "I have done my duties all these years. Now I have the chance of a good job and I can't take Heidi with me, so I'll leave her with him." Diddy went on with Heidi. She left Heidi with the old man. Before she left, Diddy said to Uncle Arm, "I can't take Heidi with me. It is your turn now to look after her." The old man was upset at her remarks. He sat still looking at the ground. Meanwhile, Heidi was enjoying herself. She seemed quite happy to be left with her grandfather. She peeped into a shed near the house. She went around the hut to the fir trees. A strong breeze was blowing through them. Heidi stood still and listened for a while. Then Heidi walked around the hut. She saw her grandfather sitting on the bench and staring at the ground. She stood quietly before him. Her grandfather looked up.
"What do you want to do now?"
he asked. "I want to know what you have inside the house," said Heidi.
"Come,"
said her grandfather as he got up and went into the hut.
"Aren't you going to bring your bundle of clothes and shoes inside?"
he asked as Heidi followed him. Heidi shook her head, but grandfather asked her to bring the stuff in and put it into the cupboard. As soon as they went inside, Heidi wanted to know where she was going to sleep.
"Wherever you like,"
said her grandfather. Heidi found a cozy little loft that had a small window and bundles of hay. She busily patted a huge heap of hay into a bed. "I'll sleep here," she called out to her grandfather. "Grandfather, do come and see my bed. It's beautiful, but I need a sheet."
"All right, I'm coming,"
said grandfather as he climbed the stairs.
"And here is your sheet,"
he said, spreading a thick sack on the hay that Heidi had shaped into a bed.